Thanks to everyone who have subscribed. If you have not, please do. And thanks for coming out here. I really appreciate you. Hey, my people. Today in a comparison where we are comparing the person of Obasanjo and Buhari. Apparently, they said Obasanjo is better 10 times, 20, 300 times better than Buhari. How do you share? Do you share the same perspective or the same thought? Do you think Obasanjo's time was better than Buhari time that we are still experiencing? Don't forget, Obasanjo was one time a military president and at the same time democratic president. The same thing for Buhari, one time a military president, now a democratic president. What that means is that one time they impose their power on us, now they elect them. Anyway, now the matter be that. They say now Obasanjo better pass. Obasanjo now was the president between 1999 to 2007. Let's go into the news. Breaking news. Why Obasanjo is better than Buhari by Femi Kayode. Haha. Now the news be this, so let's continue. Critic Femi Fani-Kayode has drawn comparison between former President Olusegun Obasanjo and President Muhammadu Buhari. According to Femi Fani-Kayode, he would always like Obasanjo, OBJ for short, more than Buhari, saying that comparing Buhari with Obasanjo was like comparing Count de Solar with Mother Teresa. Obasanjo OBJ united Nigeria. PMB, that is President Muhammadu Buhari, divided Nigeria. OBJ brought peace. PMB brought war. OBJ brought prosperity. PMB brought poverty. OBJ brought life. PMB brought death. OBJ brought hope. PMB brought despair. OBJ paid off our foreign debts. Buhari indebted us to the tune of 30 billion and turned us into Africa's biggest debtors and beggars. OBJ solved our problem. PMB created them. OBJ brought restoration. PMB brought devastation. OBJ brought us pride. Buhari brought us shame, he said on his Twitter handle. He added that while Obasanjo brought the nation success, Buhari brought stark failure into Nigeria. OBJ loved all Nigerians and treated them equally. Buhari only loved the North and treats all differently, like feed hands and slaves. OBJ saw Nigeria as a nation. PMB sees Nigeria as a conquest territory. OBJ led the best, most successful, most intelligent, most enlightened, most productive cabinet and government in the history of Nigeria. Why? PMB leads the worst, most devastated, most savage, most ignorant, most corrupt cabinet and government in the history of Africa. In your own opinion, my people, what do you think? Do you think Femi Fani-Kayode have spoken your mind and have said the truth? He said Obasanjo time, Nigeria still no say we be country, but apparently in this day and age, we don't even know if Nigeria still exists as a country. We are not sure of Nigeria's, reality. If we are still a country, if we are still a people, or we are just there. Obasanjo, they said during his time, Nigeria, he paid Nigerians' debts. My dear, every day now they borrow. Una know the drill now. They go meet the house, say, borrow us. We won't borrow money. We won't borrow money. Then awaiting Buhari they do. Well, they have brought the comparison saying Obasanjo's time was much more better than Buhari. Buhari, you can tell for yourself that if this country, if really and truly they want to fight Boko Haram, they will fight Boko Haram and they will defeat her. But because some people have a stake in the matter, you'll be amazed. It's also politically driven. You know that yes, see helicopter, they drop medicine, food, and everything thing for this bandit. You never hear him. I mean, just the hear. Is he a news? It's not a news, my people. Is a known knowledge, very clear, sound, and very very virtual for all to see. That in my own opinion, I also share the view that Obasanjo is not as if he was a good man. Who don't get it twisted. They all have their flaws. But guess what? When you get two wife, you go understand. Say one better pass one. You go understand. Say not be the way that they drink water, not be so that they drink pepper soup. Pepper soup gets a bit of spice. If you drink them anyhow, you go see yourself on the other side of life. And as such, they don't compare both of them. They don't see and say they don't conclude the verdict. Say OBJ, as is fondly called, is better, much more better than Buhari. Buhari no go address the nation. Buhari no go speak. Buhari go out. You don't even know to talk about Nigeria to the nations of the world. Is this a government, in your own opinion? But the truth of the matter is, whether Buhari, whether Obasanjo, whether whoever they are, guess what? We don't want any of those people anymore. Enough of the recycling of this same set of people. We want fresh ideas. We want young people. See, since 1960, nothing has changed in Nigeria. In fact, if you have to look at it critically, Nigeria has gone from bad to worse. In my opinion, no, I believe everybody is entitled to their opinion. Nigeria has actually gone from bad to worse. Because if you look at it critically, before, things were much more better than they are today. I can tell you for sure. Much more better. Much more better. Because the country that we are in now, you can see that children go to school with no thought of, you finish school, you are not even sure of job. Why you say there's so much evil in the land? Why do you think that young boys get themselves into yahoo into? Don't get me wrong. I'm not congratulating or supporting their escapades. So I'm not saying what they have done is right or wrong. I'm only telling you that there is a reason. If this sport has been duly, properly occupied, if these young people have been duly and properly engaged, that there are recreational activities for those that feel they cannot go to school, there is what's it called? How do they call it now? There is a workshop training for them to go through. There is where they can train for trade. There is a way they can, learn under some companies and become great, and become even president of that same company in time to come. That's the way we lead. That's the way you can engage youth successfully and usefully. Why not put up programs like, programs that can engage them meaningfully? Not everybody wants to go into education. Some want to go into sports. Some want to go into politics. Some wants to go into business. Having creating the right atmosphere for everyone to be thoroughly engaged, you will see that the crime rate in Nigeria will drastically reduce. So that's why you see that Nigerians, everyone that has opportunity, want to go for greener pasture. If now you, what you go do? You not go run to. And you not go blame them, my brother. The thing hard, it take God, That's why anybody gets slightest opportunity. The devil, they follow back of motor, they come up for Nigeria. You blame them. You think so they won't suffer like that? No, it's because there is more to it than beneath the eyes. So whether Obasanjo, whether Buhari, we want good governance. We want person where we say get eye, we get vision for the nation. We want young people with new. See, we are no longer living in the 60s or 70s or 80s. We are in the 21st century. These people, their mentality, see, going abroad for a month holiday is not enough to change your perspective. The way teaching is being done today, the exposure, the things we have today, they were not exposed to it. Forget that they've been in power and they go for 1, 2, 3 meetings. That's not what we are talking about. We are talking about thoroughly being exposed, knowing what Nigerians should be doing, how the youth should be thoroughly engaged, how things should move on, how the country should become better. We don't have those things. We don't have those things in perspective at all. Why? Because the leaders are not that exposed to those aspects that can actually move the country forward. This is why we are saying we want this country steered in the right direction. We want people with innovations, with new ideas that could steer this ship, in the right direction. Nigerians, we must move forward. Enough of this hanky-panky, staying here and there and not being sure of what next to do because of the government we have. No innovative to move the country to the next level. This is what we are talking about. So in your own opinion, Obasanjo time and Buhari time, what do you think? Who don't at least don't make Nigeria smile better? Who don't make Nigeria day better than it is? What do you think? What is your take on this matter? Please don't forget to thumbs up for us. Like or subscribe. Click on the notification button so you can get all our latest news. We are here to keep you up to date with all that is going on in Nigeria and around the world. You have a voice. Please use it. Don't allow anyone intimidate you because your voice matters. Thank you very much for listening. Don't forget, we love you and God love you most. Bye for now.